Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Karina from Per Diem Thrifts. Can you believe it is already the end of the year? I swear 2021 flew by so freaking fast, but it was such a good year, especially after all the craziness that happened last year. I mean, I know the world is still a little bit scary right now and a lot of things are going on, but I did truly feel a lot of positive change and a lot of positive energy throughout 2021. And I feel like all of that's gonna kind of follow into 2022 on an even bigger scale. So I'm so excited for what the new year has in store. But I wanted to spend some time with you guys today and share with you guys 3 lessons that I learned in 2021. Now, these are pretty simple ideas and you've probably heard all of these things before. None of these are really groundbreaking lessons and they're not all necessarily reseller related, but they are lessons that I was able to really kind of just digest fully and apply to my life. And my life truly did change because of these 3 things that I'm going to share with you today. So if you guys have any lessons that you want to share that you learned in 2022, make sure you leave those down below in the comments as well, and give this video a thumbs up. If you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, it would mean the world to me. I was aiming for 3,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. I don't think I'm gonna make that this month, but it's totally fine. I am so thankful for every single one of you who have been a part of this whole journey this year. I did take a kind of a break from YouTube at the beginning of the year, but ever since I started back up, I think in like April or May, I've been pretty consistent with it, and I'm very, very proud of myself for that. And I'm very thankful for all of you who have been watching my videos and just being part of this community with me. So thank you so much. If you guys didn't watch my last video, I am having a giveaway that is going to be ending on December 31st. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely watch that. I will link that up above so you guys can join. And now let's just get into today's video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 lessons that I learned in 2021. The first tip is pretty straightforward, and I'm sure you've heard this before. It's not anything new, but it is that numbers do not lie. Now, I have been reselling on and off, casually and seriously, since about 2012. And I can honestly say now, looking back, that I never really took my business seriously until about the end of 2020. And that was when I did my business consultation with Isa from the Global Collective. If you guys have been following me, you guys are probably tired of me talking about this, but I swear it is the best investment that I've ever made in my business. Not only because she gave me so much insight on my own business analytics, but Isa continuously checks in on me even since the end of 2020. It's been over a year now, and she is still following along on my journey and making sure that I'm hitting all of the goals that I'm setting for myself. She even helped me in a group mentorship recently set up goals for 2022, and I'm so thankful for that. If you guys want to check her out, I will link everything down below. I also have a discount code if you guys want to do a business consultation with her. It is the only discount code out there for her business consultation. You guys get $10 off with the code. I think it's Per Diem or Per Diem Thrifts. Check the bio. I have the correct code down there, but definitely check that out. You will not regret it. If you guys are feeling stuck in your business or just want to see more growth and don't really know how to achieve that, Isa is your girl. At least give her a follow on Instagram because she shares some crazy good tips over there. Anyway, to dive a little bit more in depth in what this lesson means to me, I was honestly struggling with my finances a lot, especially in 2020 when the pandemonium hit, and I wasn't seeing that much income, and obviously still had bills to pay, still had all of these things going on. That added a lot of stress onto me and to my partner and our family. So increasing my sales in my business, which was at the time my only income stream, was extremely important to me. And once I finally took time to analyze my actual numbers, what I was actually profiting, what I was actually spending on my inventory, and all of the kind of messy numbers that we sometimes tend to ignore, I was kind of slapped in the face with the truth, honestly. It made me change a lot of my sourcing decisions and just the way that I run my business in general. I know that that's really vague. I just don't want to share too much of what Issa shared with me in the business consultation because it was a very personalized to my own business. So the advice that she gave me might not necessarily apply to you guys, which is why I highly recommend that you go ahead and do a business consultation yourself, because she can really pinpoint the areas of your business that you should work on and what you can do to achieve your goals. Another way that this lesson kind of spoke to me was after I read the book Profit First. That kind of lit a fire under my ass too, to get serious about what my business was really making. And of course, this lesson doesn't only apply to running your own business. This kind of made me look at my personal life budget and all of that in a different light as well. So one of my goals at the beginning of 2021, and this might sound silly to some people, but it was to pay all of my bills on time, because that was something that I struggled with in the past. And I'm so thankful that in the past year, I maybe had 2 late payments on all of my bills, which is a huge accomplishment for me. I remember even when I was working a full-time job, just constantly getting hit with late fees and having to scrounge up money to try to pay those late fees, even though I barely had any money in my bank account. So once I finally just was honest with myself with how much money I was actually making, how much money I was actually spending, and just the way that I was not only running my business but running my life and the way that I was spending in my life, I was able to kind of turn things around and really understand how money works. Because numbers don't lie. They are not going to sugarcoat anything. How much money is in your bank account is how much money is in your bank account. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that if you aren't taking your business seriously, if you aren't paying attention to how much you're spending and how much you are investing into your business, you're not really going to know how much is going into your pocket. So sitting down with yourself and just kind of taking time to be honest with your finances is extremely important. If you were somebody like me who is struggling financially, this is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And it's gonna hurt at first. It's gonna be like ripping off a band-aid. It's scary, but you're gonna thank yourself in the end. The second lesson that I learned in 2021 was to find my people. I've always kind of prided myself in being an introvert, in not needing a lot of people in my life, and I still think that that's true. I don't need anybody, but having people there, having a support system, having people who understand you and who you can reach out to when you are feeling lonely or are feeling confused is so good for you. At the beginning of this year, I actually started going to therapy, which was one of my goals for the year. And one thing that I talked to my counselor a lot about was not having any friends where I live, because we had just moved here and then the pandemic hit and I just hadn't been able to socialize. So all of my close friends were back in San Diego. And that was something that I really struggled with, because I just felt really alone, and it's not easy, especially when you work for yourself, you work from home, you don't have any coworkers. I'm not going to school, so I don't have classmates or anything like that. So really the only people I could talk to were Charlie and Ryan. And as much as I love them to death, and I wouldn't change anything about being able to spend so much time with my family, it's also really important to have really good friends. And I asked the universe, I put it out there for me to learn how to make new friends. And once I kept putting that out into the universe and just like putting out that I wanted to meet new people, the universe came back at me and was like, wait. You already have a lot of people in your life who love and support you. You just need to reach out to them more often, and you just need to kind of nurture those relationships. And by doing that, not only have I gotten closer to some of my like real life friends. They do live in San Diego and I live in Oregon, and it is a far distance, but we make it priorities to see each other and talk to each other a lot, and that has honestly built up my self-confidence a lot, knowing that I have a really strong support system behind me. And if you guys have been following some of my recent videos, I have made some local friends finally. It only took me 2 years, but I'm so excited that these ideas and these requests that I was kind of putting out into the universe at the beginning of the year are being answered, and I'm meeting some crazy cool people who really align with the values and the interests that I have. It is one of the scariest things to kind of put yourself out there and not be accepted or not be understood, but for some reason, every time that I've put myself out there recently, I've been met with like kind of that equal vibe. Like, I don't even know if this is making sense, but everyone that I've met so far, everyone that I've made an effort to be close with or made an effort to be friends with, has given me that same energy back, and I'm so thankful for that. Honestly, finding your people, whether it's through social media or in person, is really important, especially if you are a reseller who does this full time, because like I said, you are working by yourself a lot. So being able to reach out to people on Instagram or in the YouTube community or wherever you find your community is honestly a form of self-care. You need people in your life for you to rant to, for you to find support from, for you to just love on and get loved back on. In the past, making friends or just like even reaching out to somebody on Instagram was the scariest idea. But now I feel like since I'm putting that energy out there to make friends, the right people are coming into my life, and I've been able to meet some amazing people and just not feel lonely anymore and feel really supported. If you are a small business owner, it is so important to find the people who care about you and who will support you no matter what you do, especially in like this field that I'm in right now. Reselling, running my own business, and being like a content creator, finding people who are like just supporting me by watching my videos or commenting on all of my videos, like that means the absolute world to me and has helped me be able to build more confidence to put myself out there a little bit more. So if you are one of those people, I love you so much and thank you. Find your people. If you don't have them already, take some time in 2022 to find the people who support you and who love you and who want you to win. My third lesson that I learned in 2021 is to just do what makes me happy. I went to a performing arts high school and it was all about dual curriculum, so I did learn like English, math, history, science, all of the 4 core subjects, but to balance that out, we also had a major. My major was vocal arts, so I spent an equal amount of time working on those 4 core subjects as I did working on my art. And one of the things that my school really ingrained into us was they wanted us to follow our passions, do what we were most passionate about, and they taught us that if we followed our hearts and did what we were most passionate about, it didn't matter how we were doing it or what we were doing, the money would find its way to us. And I kind of lost sight of that when I graduated high school because I did not pursue my major. I didn't pursue singing or vocal arts or music at all in college. I went the other way and I went the business route, which is something that I thought I was doing because I needed to make money, but over time it has become something that I am extremely passionate about. And it's not just like running a business to be rich. Honestly, this past year has showed me that running my own business, being my own boss, being self-employed has given me so much more wealth in other aspects of my life. For example, I have freedom to spend time with my family whenever I want. I don't have to ask anybody permission to go on vacation. I don't have to rely on anybody else to make money for me and my family. I get to support my family. Like this past Christmas, I was able to put just a crap ton of presents under the tree just because I wanted to and because I could. And that is what honestly lit my heart on fire. I know that there's a lot of pressure on us to have the highest paid job, to make the most amount of money, to be kind of flashy with all the money that we have, but honestly I think that the thing that makes me more rich than somebody who might have more money in their bank account is the fact that I'm able to do what I want to do, what I love to do, and I and kind of going back on my last tip, is that I have so many people around me who support me and who I can spend time doing all of these things with. I don't know if that makes sense. I know it's kind of a jumble. I honestly didn't really plan out what I was gonna say in this video. I just kind of wanted to speak from my heart, but I am so fortunate for the opportunities that I've been given in this field. For example, I started off as a reseller, but I've been able to branch off into content creation and into social media. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but while reselling still is my main source of income, I've been able to diversify my income streams, and now I do get paid to post here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. And it is so cool that that is my job. I never really knew what I wanted to do with my life. Like, I never really had like a dream job that I wanted when I was growing up, but this is it. This is what my dream is. My dream is to be able to spend time with my daughter, with my fiance. I get to spend every single day with them, make money, and just have fun. I get to do all of the hobbies that I love, that I enjoy, and not feel guilty for taking time off when I want to. And I feel like that is probably the best gift that I ever could have gotten, and the best lesson that I could have learned was to just be happy with what I have and do what I love, and the money will come. And that has been so true for me this past year. Kind of getting emotional because I'm just so overwhelmed with gratitude and love and just happiness and joy for all the lessons that I've learned this past year, not just these 3, but everything that kind of has brought its way into my life. I hope that this video is not just me rambling. I hope that you guys find some value out of this, but mainly I wanted to share this just so that I can look back on this video maybe in a year or 2 and see how much my life has changed even more so from this point, because right now I'm feeling really good and I feel like my life is at like a really good point, but I know that more is gonna come and I'm really excited to see all of that happening. So I guess that's it for today's video. I am so thankful for every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any significant lessons that you learned this year that you want to share, post them down below in the comments. I would love to read them. I am posting one more video this year. It will be out on Thursday. It is in collaboration with a bunch of other resellers, so you don't want to miss it. But anyway, I hope you guys all had a great holiday and a great weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. I love you guys. Bye.